All right, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a great week and an awesome day. So if you guys haven't noticed, there was a name change. So it went from Cin-city snakes to the constricted chamber, and I changed that also on Instagram. So I put up a poll on Instagram, and I'm still posting on Instagram a lot there. So if you guys want to see daily pictures of just about everything and some videos, you can check that out. But it is constrictor chamber changed on that as well. And the poll was very high in favor of the name change, so I just kind of swapped it. If you guys don't like the name, I will change it back. Just trying to change some things up. And I do want to say I apologize for not posting the videos. I know a lot of you guys do like the updates on the snakes and seeing what's going on with them. And I appreciate those who have reached out to me and asked me like, hey, what's going on? Are you all right? You haven't posted in forever. Just checking in. I really appreciate that. So if you guys care about my life, here it goes. So I've been working at Amazon for like 8 years, and the building that I've been in for the entire time closed. So I got a new job or a new position, and they transferred me to the airport. And at the airport, I've been learning a very long week training on just about everything on how to load and unload the airplanes, all the safety stuff. I mean, it's not as easy as it sounds. So basically, I'm waking up at 3:30 now, working 11-hour shift, coming home exhausted, cleaning the snakes, feeding the snakes. And so the videos kind of have been put on hold for a little bit, just because I've just been just exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, it's just waking up that early and being out in the sun and doing all this training stuff, and it's just my brain is fried. So hopefully I can get on a good schedule, get the videos back going. Everything in this room is good. The room is kind of dirty, but the snakes are healthy. The snakes are doing well, and so I think you guys would appreciate me putting the value into the animals' health and cleanliness with the little time that I was giving myself before crashing at night to wake up so early, then to make videos. But I will still try to make videos more periodically again. And so my biggest thing is, somebody did mention that the anacondas working like all the other snakes are fine. They just get water and like spot clean and stuff like that. But the anacondas are tough. They are, and I know I say this a lot on the anacondas, but they are a daily maintenance snake. So, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, doing all that stuff throughout the day, and then you have to change all 3 anacondas' water dishes. The male's been good, but the male's not really eating as much as the females, and that's pretty typical. He's still a young snake, so when he gets older, we'll have that problem as well. Speaking of, I had Pop-Tart out today in the sun. It was like almost 90. Had her out for a while. Took some video, took some pictures, and she loved it. She loved the grass, and she did very well out there. Unfortunately, she did kind of destroy her cage, and I do have to clean her cage again today. Even though I cleaned it yesterday, so she got some pee in there. I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. So I do need to clean that, and that will be clean, and you guys know this. So I have a 80 watt right here, radiant heat panel, and 100. I had a 120 up here, and there it is. So she wedged herself between the crack of that and the top, and basically just ripped it down. So the screw is still in there. I don't really need this right now because it is getting so warm out that I've turned off one of the space heaters and the other one's on like low. But the room is at a temperature right now, since it's so warm outside, she really doesn't need both of them. I don't think she ever needed both, but in the winter it did get cold down here on the floor, and I just wanted to be extra careful that she didn't freeze on accident. Not that it, you know what I'm saying, like, wouldn't happen, but I don't want it to happen. So anyways, let's get into some more of this thing. So I think I'm just gonna leave this right here. I know there's like impossible to find right now, but I'm not selling it. So because I'm gonna need it for next year. Mountain Dew, and yes, I need to change her cage out. So I've been waiting for her to shed, and I didn't want to change her water. I guess I could have changed her water, but I didn't today, because she's been in it, and I've been wanting her to shed. So she needs the humidity. So I don't want to take it out and make the mistake that I did with Pop-Tart, have something to get messed up with the weird fluctuation with humidity in here. But there's her shed down there. There's some more shed right there. But she is shedding. And I know she's hungry because she didn't eat last week because she was in blue and I didn't want to feed her. But she's, I mean, you guys know I talk about the anacondas a lot. She's gorgeous. I love the bright coloration behind the band, the eyes on the bands behind the eyes. But again, the typical, I shouldn't even say typical anaconda green, because the male is very, very dark green. So having the two females that are very bright green with the nice black spots, it is nice to have the variety in the males right here. And we are going to feed the male because the male needs to eat. Very excited though, because the Argentine should be shedding out tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow or tonight. So I'm very excited about that. She's been in blue for quite some time. I've been waiting patiently for her to shed. Every time you wait patiently for a snake to shed, it seems like it takes them even longer to go through the shed process. This girl right here shed. This is the yellow belly, fire, Enchi pied. If there's not anything, fire, Enchi, yellow belly pied. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's kind of a mouthful. So she's doing very well. She's 2021, growing very nicely. She is on weans and she just looks beautiful. So lots of really nice colors and patterns, and I think it's a very nice fluctuation of the pied with the patterns. So this girl is very, very nice looking, and I'm going to put her back up there so we can check out some of the other snakes. Alright, so the moon glow shed out, and I don't know if she's going to be able to show it very well. So she's eating, she's healthy, she has a weird thing on her. I should not say that. I'm not going to say a weird thing because that sounds like she has a growth or something. So her lip, her upper lip, right, oh, focus, right there. So it's like up, and I don't know why. And she has beautiful colors. You can see the colorations on her tail and her patterns. But I don't know why her lip is like that. It doesn't seem to affect her. I don't know if it's like I don't know, it's been like that for a while, and every time she sheds, it just comes back. I don't know if there's stuck shed up in her lip. I mean, the humidity is good because she's having full sheds. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of looking at the snake and not paying attention to where the camera is going. But let me try to get a little closer if I can, right there. So I kind of want to stick my finger in there and see what's going on, or try to move her lip, but I don't think that would have anything to do with mouth rots. I don't know why she would have mouth rot, because she has clean bedding. But maybe there's a piece of bedding stuck in there. I don't know, but she's not very cooperative on letting me handle her like that. So it doesn't seem to affect her at all. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. This girl shed out as well. So we got some very beautiful boas that went through a nice color change. This is a Motley Hypo Jungle IMG. It's a head for snow. Very exciting. She's growing. Very nice. Pushed her up a little bit on the meal plan. Then we have the male snow down here. So it'd be really cool to put the snow with her and see if we can get some IMG snows or moon glows or whatever. So really pretty male. Excited for possibilities of that happening. And then of course the IMG VPI, or I'm sorry, why did I say IMG? The VPI Jungle. So very beautiful snake. Very nice colorations. So I just heard a noise coming over from Mountain Dew's cage, and I think she just went back into her water because the lid is open. So I do have to be careful on that. Update on the pied, the female pied that was not eating for 3 weeks. So she's a little stained. Her other bedding was very wet and damp because I thought that the humidity was wrong, because you know sometimes the ball pythons do go off food if there's a fluctuation in the humidity, which is why boas are better So I really raised the humidity up a lot, and then it kind of stained her body a little bit, so that did not work. So I changed all the bedding out, and I got a live rat, threw the live rat in here, and like 2 seconds later she coiled it and then she ate it. So I guess frozen thawed is not gonna happen for a while. So it's a live feeding for her, which I don't mind. I just want her eating, and I want her healthy. So it's very exciting for you. Those have been trying to help me with her. I appreciate the help, and some people did say to go back with the live, and so that's what I did. So this is the Suriname red tail. She's getting very large. Oh, I got some poop in there, so got to clean that out. Beautiful tail on her, and she's definitely growing. So she's gonna need a cage upgrade very soon. And this lady right here shed out. So it's the Fire Enchi Clown, and she's getting pretty big. She's hissing a little bit, and her colors just look phenomenal as she's getting older. So she has lost a little bit of coloration, but I really like the pattern on her head, and it's really cool down her body. Not too much pattern, and I think that's because of the Enchi, which I'm told the Enchi is a pattern reducer, which is really cool. I don't know if I like the super Enchi stuff, because that really definitely fades out a lot of the pattern even more. So I'll put her away because she's really not too interested in hanging out with us. So here's another really beautiful clown. I think this might be one of my favorites. So it's the Super Fire, yeah, just the Super Fire clown. So it's the Super Pastel Fire, and she's kind of faded out just a little bit, but you can still see she has a lot of bright colors, bright yellows, and then the blacks and the whites in there just look phenomenal on her. Really excited for her to grow up. And here's the male green anaconda, Oliver. He's going to be getting fed a live rat. So if you guys do not like live feedings, then I do apologize for that right now. I want to end the video because this is basically where it's going to end anyways. But he's doing well. Still doing a lot of handling with him, and this is a pretty good sized rat. So if he eats this, probably won't feed probably for another 2 weeks. I'd say 2 weeks, but we'll see what happens. And that would really be it. So we'll just see if he's hungry. Might take him a little bit of time to eat. This is a big rat. I don't know if I should. He'll be fine. Should be fine. And very little interest. So when I was feeding him, I noticed that he was doing some defensive strikes, not really hunger strikes. And then I took him just a little bit of time to realize what is actually going on with the food. But I'm gonna try to get him on frozen thawed. But as of right now, I'm just like, as long as he eats a rat, I don't care, because most of the time your anacondas will really like to eat birds. I know I talk about that all the time, but very lucky that this one, it was born in December 2021, and it is already on rats, which is a huge step and milestone. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see if he's even. Yikes! No! I'm trying to get out. So now this animal, like I could probably do it pre-killed, but as of right now, I think this mouse is just going to be irritating him. Here we go. We'll see what happens. All right. Will it eat? That's the $100 question. Look at the mouse looking cute, washing his face. Sorry, mouse. See, that's not really like a feeding strike. That's more of a I'm annoyed with you. So that's basically what happens, or has been happening with him with his food. But he will eventually okay, there we go. See, he'll eventually eat. So he'll do a couple like you're bothering me bites, and then he'll do it. Now I'm gonna eat you bite. So that's basically how it's working out for him. I will very soon. Okay, so we're gonna do that because he's wow, the rat's trying to bite. I don't know if he could do any damage, but you can see the tooth right there. That's the last thing I want is this rat harming Oliver, because Oliver looks really good and he does not need any battle wounds. So, unfortunately, this is something that you have to do. Sometimes you have to do this when you feed live. I would highly recommend, if you feed live, to put a barrier between the teeth, just so it does not harm the snake. So the rat is now, the rat's now dead. So I'm sure all of you do realize how this works, but they do cut off the blood flow. I think there was a test done where for many years they thought it was a they block off the air, which they could block off the air too, but I think they found out that it's more of the lack of blood supply to the brain. So that's just what I read. Obviously, you can cut off the air supply, but the blood supply is also cut off as well. And that is it. So Oliver is going to eat, and hopefully you guys liked a little bit of the updates going on in the room. I will be making more videos as I get used to my new schedule, and so I appreciate those that have stuck around and supported the channel, supported the snakes, and hopefully you guys have a great start of the week. It is a Monday, so hopefully I can see you guys on the next video.